Alright, I'm going to talk about Midnight in Paris, which is a new Woody Allen film. I feel kind of conflicted about it, so I'm going to start with the things that I like first. And the cast, first of all, let me read off a few names. Owen Wilson, Rachel McAdams, Marion Cotillard, Alison Pill, Adrian Brody, Kathy Bates, Carla Bruni, Michael Sheen. A great cast list, it goes on, and I had a lot of fun with the cast. Woody Allen's a filmmaker I really love. I think Annie Hall, Hannah and Her Sisters are two of the greatest films ever made, frankly. And you know what, he's not been as great recently, he's been a little bit more mediocre. But I'll forgive him, he always makes me smile, he always makes me laugh and have a good time in his films. You know, that's what I like. So, yeah, this film didn't disappoint in that sense. It was rainy and windy outside, I was in a bit of a bad mood, and I came out feeling great afterwards, and I had a good time while I was there. Clearly Woody Allen is very inspired by location. Paris in this film, it feels like a whole other character. If he's accomplished anything, he's made me want to go and see Paris, and that's what Woody Allen always does with the locations that he goes to. Clearly has a lot of affection for it. The way that his characters talk about Paris, and the way that he shoots it is lovely. He's obviously having a lot of fun with it as well. There's a sci-fi element introduced to this film where Owen Wilson, he's a very nostalgic person who he's fed up with living in the present, and he wants to live his ideal place to live would be 1920s Paris. Anyway, he steps into a car, it takes him to 1920s Paris, and then he has to deal with the situation that he's in. I like how Woody Allen really didn't linger on how it happened or why it happened. He just lets it happen and lets everyone deal with it and lets everyone react to it, so I like that. However, I sometimes felt it was a little bit self-indulgent of Woody Allen. Clearly, he has a lot of respect for all these icons, and sometimes it felt like he just had his surrogate, Owen Wilson, stand there gawping while all of these icons kind of came out and were trotted in front of him. And in that way, I feel it was a little bit self-indulgent, but I forgive him for that. I know it was kind of it's supposed to be more like a fantasy. It's not real life. Obviously, he wouldn't have met all these icons if this situation really happened to him. But you know, that's how it goes. It's a movie, and I kind of went with it. The location and the time as well, I feel like overwhelmed the rest of the film sometimes, and Woody Allen forgot about the other characters. Rachel McAdams and Owen Wilson, they had no chemistry together. They're supposed to be engaged, but I never felt like they would ever get into a real relationship in the first place. They felt completely compatible. You know, especially not get so deep into a relationship where they were about to get married. It seemed kind of ridiculous. Towards the end, when there was this confrontation between Owen Wilson and Rachel McAdams and her family, it felt so clunky and like no one really cared, and it just fell completely flat, and it left me kind of cringing. There is an interesting message to this film, and it is about nostalgia, and Owen Wilson learns that, you know, nostalgia it's not useful. People who live in the past, I mean, everyone lives in the past. Owen Wilson doesn't want to live in the present anymore, and he feels so romantic about the past, but when he goes there, he realises that the people who live in the past, that's their present to them, and they want to live in the past as well. And so no one's really happy with where or when they live. And that's a really interesting message. However, it loses all subtlety, because Owen Wilson and Marion Cotillard, they have this long, deep conversation about it, and Owen Wilson spells out everything he's learned, and it feels like, yeah, we get it, you don't have to tell us. I just felt it was a bit too much and pushed a little bit far. So I had a good time with this film. A few days later, I feel a little bit, it's kind of degraded a little bit in my mind, but I had a lot of fun. If you want to have a good time at the movies, go and see this film. Please, it's a great time. I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It doesn't mean I hate it. I do like it. I just don't love it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please leave a comment down below. Yeah, so thanks for watching.